Moving to the NBA, we are in the final stretch of the regular season with 3 to 4 games left to determine the final seedings and play-in matchups for the postseason. The Atlanta Hawks and Charlotte Hornets are the surprise teams of the year in the Eastern Conference, with many believing they could pull off an upset against one of the top 4 seeds. Make a case for which team you see making it out of the play-in and the first round of the playoffs.
Man, I'm gonna go with Charlotte. I think I'm buying into the Charlotte stock, man. I think that's a dangerous young team, man. I think they've just got guys, man. They got hoopers on that team. They got guys that can play. I think they have guys that are not afraid of the big moment. Say what you want to say about LaMelo Ball. He's built for the bright lights. And then they got that guy who went to Cameron and got his education, Con Bird, as I like to call him. That man is ridiculous, man. So I think Charlotte is coming, man. I think Charlotte is a team that is on the up, and I think that they are going to scare a lot of teams in that Eastern Conference.
Well, it's not going to be a lot of teams. It's only going to be one team. So if they win, what are they? The A seed?
They're the A.
Or they're a half game out of 6. So if they win tonight, Toronto is going to lose tonight.
Yeah.
So they'll stay in 8th.
So it's a 3-way tie.
Well, they'll stay in 7th.
Hornets and Magic. A 3-way tie.
Yeah, right. They'll be in 7th. They'll move up to 7th if they win tonight, which they're beating Boston by 4 in the 3rd. But they're right there on the cusp of being out of the play-in and playing the Knicks.
Yeah. I put it to you like this. I'm with you, Manny, and for this reason alone, even though I do like the Atlanta Hawks and the addition of Jonathan Kuminga. Hey, Nick, at some point during these playoffs, we got to have the Steve Kerr talk, because you was right. I'll give you your flowers when you get them.
Appreciate that.
But Jonathan Kuminga and the Atlanta Hawks, I like what they got going on, but they're not as good as what Charlotte has brewing in North Carolina. And the reason being, it all starts with LaMelo Ball. People talked about him having empty stats a couple of years ago, but it was a lot like Shea on a losing team. He was getting them 20 points. He was getting those buckets, but it didn't translate to wins because the team wasn't as good or good enough to get wins. And now we see that Charlotte has drafted, albeit, when Michael Jordan kind of took the back seat. I'm just saying he hasn't really been a great GM. But once he took a back seat to the day-to-day operations, and especially the talent and the personnel, we've seen that they have drafted fairly well. And they've drafted a team around LaMelo that works seamlessly, because this is the thing about LaMelo, right? And you talked about being bright lights. And also what I was talking about earlier, playing up. LaMelo Ball was playing high-level high school varsity basketball as a 7th and 8th grader. He's been playing 3-4 years up for forever. So he has an unorthodox game, because I'm like 5'7", hooping at a very elite level, but now I'm 6'7", and his game is still unorthodox. So, bro, if you watch any of his, he don't jump to shoot threes. How do you guard that? The man he is a wizard with the ball handling. Top 3 in the league. Top 3 in the league.
Hey, come on.
He's one of the best players. No, he is. He is.
Okay.
But now the others, they got guys that can go get buckets and that can go.
Yeah.
Hoop. And they had a stretch, I think, of 40 games that they had the best. What's the advanced stat called? That group had the best stretch in the whole NBA for like 40 games. So I'm buying the Charlotte stock.
I think the Knicks don't want to see them as a 6th seed. I'm telling you right now. I don't think the
Knicks don't want to see them or Atlanta.
I'll hand it back to both of y'all, but I think Charlotte was probably more dangerous when only Shelton was talking about them. Because now that everybody's talking about them, this feels like one of those things where...
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, you just not going to say Shelton, because I've been on Charlotte.
I was on this here by myself.
You're a fan. So you're a fan. No, I've been... No. You've always been a fan of Charlotte. No,
I have.
Run the tape. Let me get the super chats.
FIFA, for context, Shelton was the one.
Thank you.
Shelton was the one when Charlotte got on this heater. He was the one constantly putting shit about Charlotte in the chat. That's what I'm talking about.
He was.
I didn't see shit from FIFO.
But it was when Sheldon was doing it. Sheldon was doing it. Sheldon was doing it after they had lost 20 straight games or some bullshit, and they won 2 straight. And Sheldon like, here they come. Like he was.
It's our year. It's our year. They coming.
And Sheldon was very early.
It was looking good.
FIFO was. I will say, FIFO was on here talking about when we were on the show when they did start getting into their groove. FIFO was on the bandwagon as well.
Okay, everybody wants credit for this, that, and other. What I'm saying is, when Shelton started specifically talking about them on this winning streak with that specific starting 5 unit, no one else, regardless of a fan or not, because he's a fan, I was objectively like not taking it all. I wasn't taking it that serious because Shelton has a fan's lens when he's looking at it. But I also wanted to be objective and let the situation play out and see, is there something to what was going on? So this turnaround, Shelton was the one that was ahead of it before anybody else because he's a fan. That being said, this feels like it's one of those stories that's shaping up to end very, 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 very sad for them because everybody's hyping them up now. But the one thing I wanted to say though is y'all are doing what's his name? Con Nipples dirty, bro. Because Con was the one that came on and turned this team around because LaMelo Ball was a damn losing ass player putting up these stats on this team. And then Con was the one that was lighting it up. Another thing Shelton was pointing out, and this team was rolling. Now we're late in the season. This team is winning. Now everybody want to talk about fucking LaMelo Ball.
That's the thing for me,
bro. They doing Con dirty, bro.
I agree. Con should get more credit.
That's the thing for me, Ken, is like I would say that LaMelo hasn't changed his game at all. FIFA was even talking about just recently as far as like people always talk about empty stats. So that says to me, Ken, he's always played the way he's been playing. It's just now that they winning, people are paying attention, but they're not winning because of him. Because he been there for a minute. When Con Nipple got there, he been, bro. Charlotte picks top 3 every year. There's talent.
They didn't have good
people. You gotta admit, when Con Nipple walked in the door,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying culturally. I'm saying culturally. If I'm gonna give a catalyst to what's taking this team over the top, it's Con Nipple. It's not what they had previously last season.
Do Brandon Miller like that.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
Lottery picks.
Can I talk? I didn't get no point. You're crazy. No, I'm just saying. I'm saying what I seen.
Go ahead.
I'm saying what I see. Like, bro, this team plays cohesively now because they have a guy who's, I believe, kind of like, I'm not saying he's their best player. I'm just saying he is the player that kind of takes them into an interesting stratosphere as far as like now people are taking them a lot more seriously than they used to. If I had to pick between the two, I would lean towards Charlotte, even though Atlanta's not that far back. But even then, with that being said, their best player, which I think a lot of people say is LaMelo, I don't trust that nigga at all. I do not trust him at all.
Yeah. You're wilding.
Hold on.
I think Con Nipple's their best player.
Let me ask FIFO and Sheldon. FIFO and Sheldon, I want to ask you one question. Do you trust LaMelo to make the right play when it comes down to it?
This year I do. And here's the thing, Nick. That's what I was going to say. There is a difference. Now, his stats pretty much are close to the same thing as far as LaMelo, but his game is completely different. And what I mean by that, let me tell you the difference in LaMelo this year and years past. This year, LaMelo takes defense to a whole nother level more seriously. And I do attribute Con with a lot. Y'all know Con is my rookie of the year by far because he's affected wins.
Not by far. You can't say by far.
No, it's for me. For me, it's by far. He is. And he would do. Let me tell you what's funny about that, Manny. Everybody was talking about Cooper in that 50-point game. They lost that game, and then they're celebrating. I'm like, what kind of mentality is that? You lost that game by double digits, and you celebrating.
Scoring 50 points. They had to celebrate all year. We ain't getting on whatever.
Yeah, but what else they celebrate?
He's the only one to ever do it. He's the one to ever do it.
It don't matter. You lost the game. You ain't going to the playoffs.
Anybody doing that?
Con is contributing to winning. These guys, he's winning these games. But LaMelo is the engine that does it. Even tonight, LaMelo got 36 in the third quarter right now. And Con got 8. LaMelo
But
is the one.
have you seen the shots he takes? Those Shelton, these shots are
LaMelo.
crazy.
These shots are long, but that's always been his game.
Yeah,
but LaMelo
I
has
know.
always had.
That's why I can't trust it.
And here's
That's why I
the thing,
can't trust it.
Nick. And here's the thing. Also, here's the biggest difference of any of it. LaMelo has the highest plus minus of anybody in the league by far. It ain't even close. It's LaMelo.
Oh, okay. What has he done? What has he done in the playoffs with that? What have he done?
No. I'm talking about now.
So then, why am I trusting anything that he's saying?
You said which one? The difference between him this year and years past. This year, he's taking everything more seriously. Like I said, he's playing on both ends of the floor. We never saw LaMelo play defense. We knew he wasn't going to give no effort. He didn't care about wins and losses before. This year, you can tell that he's doing more.
But that's why I'm saying, like, the same. It's a similar argument that I'm making with Wemby. It's like until I see it, I'm not really going to believe it. It's different with Wemby because we're talking about them being a championship contender without having any playoff experience. With Charlotte, it's just kind of like, how does this team that's talented, that's winning games higher than they ever have before, at least in LaMelo's era, how are they going to play when it's a 7-game series and like Ken said, everybody got pens and pad about what you do best and what you don't do best. Mm-hmm. And what I see LaMelo do that he hasn't changed, that both you and FIFO said, is that his shot is his shot. How he does that, he does. Now you saying that he plays more attention to defense and the little things, but it's crazy to see those shots in the playoffs. I would be like, if he's doing that,
I don't think
it's not going in though, Nick.
But I don't think you necessarily see those in the playoffs for one.
And I think you don't know that because he's never done it.
You will.
You will.
I mean, you may.
We'll see. 100%.
Doing this since high school.
But here's the thing, right? I think it helps LaMelo that he doesn't have to carry that burden of being the guy every night. That's where the Knipple situation comes into play here.
It ain't even.
Now you have a legitimate guy. Now you have a guy. You could argue Knipple can be their closer. He can be their guy.
You know who that. You know.
Now it opens up the game for LaMelo to just do his thing.
See, man, you're missing it. It's not even. Hold on. It's not even Khan. It's Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller's the closer.
All of them. It's all of them.
Brandon Miller. It's all of them. Now, I love what Khan does, but Khan is the third option, and the reason is, he's a better third option.
Depends on the night.
No, he's always going to be on the night, and that's fine.
But he's
going to be better than anybody.
He's going to be the number one option on that team.
No, wait, hold on. Okay. Let's pause right here. Let's pause right here. This is a good pause break. Kniple's never going to be the number one option. It's always going to be LaMelo Ball, because LaMelo Ball has the ball in his hand, and he is their playmaker. He's going to be the number one option, and the reason why Knipple has been so instrumental in giving them a better structure to winning is because he does unlock LaMelo's game. LaMelo's going to be LaMelo. We've seen this when he had two older brothers that were top 5 ranked. Yep. We've seen it when he played in Europe. We've seen it when he played in Australia and he shot up the draft board because he was finally doing his game against the pros. And we were like, whoa, hold on. And that's the one thing that I've always said as a basketball analyst is that great players play the same no matter where they play. LaMelo looks the same, like
but
when
he's
he
not
was
great.
A freshman at
but
he's not great.
He's great this year, Nick.
That's what I'm saying.
You are wild to say that LaMelo's not great.
LaMelo, wild. He's not a great. You said great players. He's not. He hasn't proven that he's a great player.
Here's the biggest difference though in Charlotte too. Really quick on the biggest difference. You added Kobe White to this lineup, which was a brilliant move. So when LaMelo takes a seat, they don't fall off like they used to when you had Sexton coming in the game. That plus minus dropped tremendously. But now Kobe White, he can get his own basket at any time, and they play him a lot with Khan. Those two play on the floor in that second unit together a lot, and you get scoring that does not fall off. Then you bring back Brandon Miller and LaMelo. You got a rotation going that never falls off a cliff like it used to. That's the thing that makes them dangerous. But in saying that, Ken is right. And the reason I say that is playoff basketball is more intense. It's inside heavy. And Charlotte is built outside in. That can be a problem in the playoffs. We don't have a post player. Our 4 is a stretch 4.
True.
The 5 is just a rebounder. That's all he does.
But their best player, though, Shelton, collapses the defense. And yes, they are outside in, but when you collapse the defense, it's doing the same thing as having a post player. So that's number one. Number two, this conversation isn't about championship or going far. We're just saying out of these two particular teams, right, that have been a surprise, who can we see potentially winning? Because I'm not putting,
It's
you know,
the
Nick, Nick, when you were talking about trusting a team, right? Like I don't necessarily trust Charlotte to just like Detroit last year against New York. They were in every game, but down the stretch, they just didn't know how to win. The game that we just witnessed this past weekend with Denver and San Antonio, as much as I've been caping for San Antonio, those are the type of games in the playoffs that they're going to lose to a team like Denver. They're leading the whole game, but when it gets tight, Jamal Murray and Joker showed you that we're the best two-man game in the league, and they have championship medal. We know how to turn on that light switch. They don't understand that next gear. So I'll give you that, Nick. But when it comes to Charlotte, it's good that they're here. They need that whatever ass whooping that they're lining up to get. They need that ass whooping, but
it's all about
dangerous.
It's all about the process, right?
100%.
It's the maturation period. You got to go through a little bit of a graduation period. It starts by stop being a losing franchise and become a team that can compete for a playoff spot. Then it goes from competing to a playoff spot to being a threat in the playoffs, and then ultimately winning a championship. So Charlotte's along their path, and I think Charlotte and Atlanta are both along their path. I think who has the highest ceiling? I think it's definitely Charlotte because they have high-end talent. As good as Atlanta is, I don't know. Do anybody in Atlanta? Who's the best player in Atlanta? Who's a great player on Atlanta's roster? Jalen Johnson.
Johnson, but
Jalen Johnson. Is he Denzel Washington or is he a supporting actor? Right? Like, is he the guy that's going to carry you, or is he the guy that is a part of an ensemble? That's the thing.
Denzel Washington's son name.
John David
Washington. John David
Manny, I think he has talent, and I think he's on his way to being that guy. But I think what helps the Hawks is CJ McCollum, because I think he has the experience in the playoffs, and he's that veteran that can score, and he's able to kind of he'll be able to help them down the stretch in playoff games.
And they have
when we're talking about roster construction, this team is now better constructed, which is why very similar to Charlotte, which is why they're winning. When I brought up the Hawks a couple of weeks ago, everybody in the chat, we're sitting here clowning because they were still a play-in team, not in chat. When they're still a play-in team, this, that, and other. And now look at them, they're still winning. And
the Hawks are defense first.
The only issue with the Hawks is when they get into a close, tight, one possession type of game, and you need a bucket. Like sometimes you just need a guy to get you a bucket. Who's getting you that bucket?
CJ he ain't do shit.
Those are the guys that you're trusting. Like, give me the guys in Charlotte. I know those guys can give me a bucket.
But Manny, and I don't disagree. But let's be honest, Atlanta plays defense first. Defense travels. Defense
I agree.
Will get you a game or two.
But you also need offense to win games.
No, 100%. You need buckets in the playoffs. So I don't disagree. That is
buckets.
Clutch buckets. That is Atlanta's shortcoming. So in this draft, they'll be able to address that. They're going to get a top 6 pick.
They get New Orleans pick, right?
A-Cuff. Yeah, they could get A-Cuff. If it gets high enough. There's a lot of guys that fit what Atlanta wants to do. So Darian Peterson, there's a lot of guys.
But they're not that far off from Charlotte. That's what I'm trying to say.
No. They're different.
Well, they're different. Yeah, Charlotte has shooting more than anything else. Charlotte.
Yes.
It's a true type of thing, right?
Charlotte is
do you like what Charlotte's doing, or do you like what Atlanta's doing?
Yeah.
And what's their ceilings? I think both of them have high ceilings. I think it's just a preference thing. Do you prefer what Charlotte's doing when they just have high level talent on the offensive side of the ball, or do you like what Atlanta's doing, where they just have a lot of athletes, a lot of versatile pieces that can impact a lot of different ways? But do you have that guy clutch situations in the fourth quarter in a playoff game that okay, I know Jalen Johnson is going to get me a bucket. I know Risha Shea is going to get me a bucket, or my man from Golden State, I forget his name right now, but I know they're going to get me buckets. I don't know that from Atlanta. I know that from Charlotte. Say whatever you want to say about him defensively, whatever. I know that LaMelo, when I need a bucket, he's going to get me a bucket. I know Khan can get me a bucket. I even know Brandon Miller can get me a bucket. I don't know that about Atlanta. So that's the only reason I'm going with Charlotte in this situation as opposed to Atlanta.
But one last thing, y'all need to stop disrespecting the Knicks. Like everybody's having them, everybody putting them like, oh, the team. Nah, because Manny brought it up. His punk ass. Everybody keep on chalking up like, oh, the Knicks don't want to see 4 playing teams playing.
Y'all talk shit about my Lakers, but as soon as I bring up the Knicks, you over here. Okay,
no, because we don't give a fuck about none of these plays. All these little premature teams that y'all putting on our plate. That's a tune-up series. That's tune-up series for the Knicks.
God, bro.
Come on, bro.
You over here manifesting Mike Brown getting fired so you can hire Dan Hurley.
I said, right. I said it. First of all, I said Eastern Conference Finals. That means that Mike Brown, if he loses to Atlanta, Charlotte, one of them, he definitely out of it.
Y'all ain't getting to the Eastern Conference semifinals. What's going to happen?
Manny, I would be on 125th in Harlem waiting on it.
Manny, you sure you needed to come back on this program? Because the last time you was on the program.
Oh man, yeah, no, man. I think I might have just jinxed my guys, man. I think I might have just jinxed my Lakers, man. Yeah, man, it's rough. It's rough in LA right now, man. You know, we sending guys out to Spain to get
I saw that. And then y'all gotta play the Thunder tonight too. Ooh.
I mean, the regular season is pretty much. I think we're locked into the 3 at worst. The 4th.
Oh, 4. You're at 4 right now. Yeah.
It's so bad. They're saying that the Dallas Mavericks examined Austin Reeves wrong. There's a report out that they just screwed up the medical evaluation with his MRI. Dang, bro, that's dirty.
Wow. I don't know what's going on.
I will say that at least, Manny, you'll get a lot of game film on Bronny to see how good he is and how you want to develop him.
Lord have
Listen, hey, he's had some good moments though. Some ugly ones too, but he's had some good moments.
A broken clock is right twice a day. Right?
How long has what part of the NBA season are we in?
We in like the last week.
This is the first time we've said anything about Bronny doing anything good the whole damn season.
I'm trying to think of those moments, King, because I don't know when those moments are.
When was the last time I said Bronny had some good moments? It's been a while.
Hey, and the
his warm-ups look nice. Please don't mention G League.
Hey, get it 50. Hey, get it 50 anywhere you play is nice.
Max McClung.
Yeah, Max McClung.
Max been balling too.